Hi, I'm James Booth, and this is my midterm presentation for the Cyber Academy project. So my project was Project 9, which is hosting your own website and web server, and eventually, hopefully, posting it on the web. So my task is to make a functional website and make it secure from threats at the same time. And so some of my goals for this project are, first, make a functional website that can actually be accessed on the web. So that is pretty self-explanatory. It's make a website that functions and have it on the web hosted on my laptop or some other computer. That way it can be accessed by somebody else on the web. The second goal is learn the procedure behind making a website server and uploading it to the web. So it's not just about making it, it's learning how they're made, how servers are hosted, things like that. That are all very important if I ever want to host my own website in the future. And third is learning how to secure a website from any type of threat, but also make it functional and convenient for people to use. Because a big challenge is the more you secure it, the harder it can be for people who want to use a website to use it. It can become too complicated, and that can push people away. So the goal is to find a balance between having a good security for people using a website, but not so much that they aren't able to use it effectively. So some of the ways I plan to compete that goes is by hosting my own website successfully, learning about security systems and different settings for websites. Some examples are firewalls, whether that be like whitelisting or blacklisting, different ports, and digital certifications. That way people can know your website is safe because it's been certified. And then learning some of the different ways people attack websites security, and then pen testing my own website, which would mean that I myself am attempting to break through my own security protocols on a website and see if I'm able to successfully do so. And if I can't, that means it's secure. If I fail, that means that I need to re-examine my security protocols. So some of the tools that are necessary for this project, VMware is a big one that allows me to host. First, it allows me to simulate a computer that I can run my website on. For this one, we're doing Windows 10 and Ubuntu. And so thanks to VMware, I'm able to host those web servers on the virtual computers, and then I'm able to also make the websites on them. The second thing that's necessary is a program called XAMPP. And what that does is it basically gives anybody the tools on either Windows, Linux, or Ubuntu. It gives you all the tools that are needed in order to help your website run, such as Apache, MySQL, and basically everything that is essential to running your own website. It even walks you through some of the steps that you'll need to take. So it's a good program to have. Another thing is WordPress. This helps. They help you get your own link, your own website name. They also help you with a visual part of your website, so making it look nice, making it functional, giving a theme depending on what your website is. You know, if it's for a business, if it's a blog, they can help you set all that up. That way it can be formatted the way it needs to be depending on what exactly you're doing. And finally, a very important tool is a laptop or a computer. If you don't have a laptop or a computer, you're not able to host your own website because you don't have an IP address. Nobody would be able to find it because it's not on the web. You don't have anything that it's hosting on. So those are the tools that are needed for this project. And so some of the preliminary work first was me figuring out some of the basic materials and knowledge that were needed. So up here was going on the WordPress, looking at themes, seeing what some common layouts of websites were, and then on the bottom here, answering questions for like what operating systems can you use on websites, what programs are needed to run it, and other basic internet questions like domain names and how everything on websites functions, basically. And continuing, so within the VMware, one of my first tasks was to create an index HTML, which basically is it's a link that when you click on it and you open it up, it'll open a little page and it'll show a little bit of text. So as seen here, I have all my little programming coding. The title of the web page should be Hello World, And in the body of the page, it should say hello world. And if the link works, when somebody clicks on it, when they go to the IP or they type in the IP address, it shows it will be titled hello world, and the page should say hello world. So my next one, when I use the link, as you can see, the page is titled hello world, and on the body of the page it says hello world. So I was able to successfully do that, and that was technically first link to website and technically the first website as well. So next was installing XAMPP onto Windows, which allows you to host a web server for your website. So right here, having just downloaded it, it's in the startup stage. Nothing's running yet because I haven't been able to configure it, but it's all downloaded and ready and raring to go. And then after that, XAMPP is running after having been fully installed. So I've started with Apache, MySQL, FileZilla, Mercury, Tomcat, all the necessary components in order to host the web server. And it's running on Apache. I have it running on port 80, and that's a very common port for websites to run on. That's what mine will be running on, so I have it running on that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching.